Welcome. It is the BHHcast. Jamie Bendel, Jamie Hernan, Adam.
Hey!
Hey. All right.
I'm just wondering when that's going to be Hernanified.
What? I thought that was
second.
No, we really did.
No, actually, I'm last.
No, you're not. I'm last, and you're second. And the truth is, man, that's about as big as we're gonna get for you. Yeah, that's it. It's Jamie.
Oh, I don't ever go. No. I'm a quick in. Jamie Bendel.
Yeah.
Jamie Hernan.
And then.
This is where you're saying about stroking his ego. And
Have you ever seen there's really great music where it kind of just builds,
Yeah.
and then you just rock the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
I mean,
All
I have consonants in my name. He's just sort of a grunt of vowels.
Hey.
Yeah.
What?
You know, it's a.
So you're saying I'm taking too much credit for this?
No. I'm saying you have more flexibility with the things you can do with your last name.
Yeah, but we have to enunciate, or else it's just
What are you talking
Adam.
about? This coming from the guy who couldn't even in season 1 pronounce your name correctly.
Right.
Is it Hernan?
Yeah.
Think about how much we brought.
Remember those days?
I actually put it in my phone wrong, I think, initially. That was part of it. Skipped a consonant in there.
I just put Jamie H.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you know what I have an inordinate number of in my phone? Kid mom. So I've coached a lot of teams. Well, but I've coached a lot of teams. I don't actually know what mom's name is.
Oh, kid mom.
But I know the kid's name. So
Yeah.
it's Katie's mom, Jenny's mom, whatever.
Do you answer the phone? Hey, Jenny's mom.
Hey, what's going on? Oh, I'm 100% on board with I think I know who you are. What's going on with Katie?
How's it going?
Yeah, what you got? What's up? Is
Right.
everything
No
okay?
need to get a name.
Yeah.
Coach Bendel really knows my kid.
Oh, Coach,
he
Coach,
loves
he
my
knew immediately I was
Yeah.
calling about Katie. But what's fascinating about that is being a parent of a kid who is moving out of just okay in their activity to possibly being elite in their activity.
So you're
Okay.
saying they're moving from being coached by Coach Bendel to being coached by
Coaches.
coaches.
Coached by
Yeah,
coaches.
moving away from the
Yeah.
dad coach.
I am clearly community coach.
Oh.
I am not.
This
I
is
am
like
not,
lowercase c, uppercase c.
Oh, totally. Yeah, not out of community coach. I will absolutely encourage.
But
your
you are a
aspirations.
community coach, which is great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I absolutely help the kids flourish in their community.
I've actually seen a halftime speech that Bendel did. It was great. He told the kids, he said, some of you are going to be coached by me your entire life, and that's okay.
But
if
some
you
of
work
you are going to
hard-
go forward.
Yeah,
If you
you
put
will
in
be
an
coached
effort,
by other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
If
those-
I've done my job correctly,
there will be better coaches than
I
me.
will be your former
who will
coach.
coach you in the future.
There will be better coaches.
If
out
I'm a good coach, you will have better coaches in your future.
But here's the challenge, I think. How do you step outside your own aspirations for your child and really recognize my kid actually could do something in this activity?
Right.
And I do think that every parent has a moment where they think, maybe my kid is special.
Yeah. Maybe my kid is.
The majority sometime later realize, not that special.
No.
But there are some who realize, my kid actually has it.
And it keeps going.
How do
It
you
doesn't
manage
stop.
that? How do you make them a normal human, a regular person, all of that kind of stuff? I think it's one of the most extraordinary parental challenges.
The parenting dynamics that go around with that, right?
Totally.
So, yeah. And oftentimes you see kind of when the kid is very good, each parent kind of taking credit for it, right? Like,
Or
this is-
drives a wedge.
or drives a wedge. That's right.
Drives a wedge between them.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, so it's a tricky relationship thing to process. Here's where I think the magic lies. There's also the other side to a story. So you'll have a parent who says, this was awesome, it was great, it was it was amazing, right? And I'll do that. I'll own that.
Mm-hmm.
There
You're
have been
that parent in your time.
I am that 100% parent where I'll be like, no drama that season.
Yep.
You talk to Kelly, and she's like, every parent in the stands hated you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's impossible.
You don't know how many calls I
impossible.
fielded. How many
I'm
times
sitting there
I
in the
talked
stands.
somebody down
Yeah.
from screaming at
And I'm
you.
like, they love me. And they're like,
Yeah.
they hated you.
They hated you.
Okay.
Two sides to a story, how to deal with kids with specialty.
Yeah. We had in one of our earlier episodes
Yep.
a guy who told a story where he glossed over a key ingredient. I don't think he really gave true credit to the degree to which somebody else actually was the spark that made something happen.
Okay.
We're going to hear from that person tonight.
Oh, so we have a guest right now that will be referencing a prior guest?
It's literally like we have separated the witnesses.
Oh, this is good.
And we are going, or the suspects rather.
This is good.
We are going to hear, you tell me what happened in the night in question.
Little prisoner's dilemma going on.
Little prisoner's dilemma. Game theory.
Yeah, here we go.
I think in fairness, I think the guests were on a speakerphone. But hypothetically, we have separated them. But then more importantly, I am fascinated to hear how they have, despite their inability to manage celebrity interactions in a collaborative fashion, they have come together to manage a child who has an extraordinary and unique artistic talent.
Well, Sheep, we got a good guest for you coming up. Stick around. This one is going to be interesting.
Great episode.
If you're a member of the flock, I think you're going to enjoy it. If you aren't a member of the flock, I think you're also going to enjoy it. But
you'll become a member of the flock.
Yeah, and you're going to want to listen to the other episodes because this is the rest of the story.
Like international ballet recruiters, we too are grooming you to be members of the flock.
Stick around, Sheep.
Taka taka.
Time to eat.
You know, guys, we do all of these spots for all of these sponsors.
Yep, I know it.
You mean these unscripted improv one-take spots? Unpaid, not real products?
Well, if you want to lift up the
geez, you got a little technical
on the way
there.
in which we put the show together.
Guess you just brought the sheep behind the Oz.
In the world I was creating,
yep,
it's where all of the BHHcast promo codes exist.
Amen.
And it kind of becomes a habit.
Preach.
You expect when you use the code, you get something good out of it.
Yep,
of course, yeah.
Whenever we give a product, the BHHcast always works.
Here's what I've been experiencing lately, and it's become a little bit of a problem.
Okay. Let's talk about it.
I've been using it in life, where it turns out the promo code doesn't exist.
Oh, I've done that too.
Right?
I was at Kroger the other day. I go up, she says, do you have a Kroger card? And I said, BHHcast. And she looked at me like, do you have a Kroger card? And I said, BHHcast.
Yeah,
and
I'm
she's
using
like,
my...
Is that a no?
Right.
Yeah, it's been a little bit of an issue for me. I always expect a discount.
I heard that Bendel got pulled over the other day. The officer came up to the window, said, do you know why I pulled you over? And Bendel just said...
And I said, I do, officer. But as you know, BHHcast, and I still wound up getting a ticket.
That doesn't work?
No.
Okay. Yeah. But I didn't get pulled over, because that was my strategy.
Went into a confession.
What do we do about it? What do we do about it?
He said, I'd like to give you things that you need to do as a result of what you just told me.
Yeah, you got 3 Hail Marys, you got 3 Our Fathers.
I appreciate that, Father. I'd like to use BHHcast.
Oh, you just BHHcasted confession?
I'd like to BHHcast that down. I'd like to get a 25% discount.
But I think the story here, Jamie,
that
is that maybe it doesn't work everywhere.
Turns out it doesn't work everywhere.
This is actually a real product.
Real life product.
Yeah, this is the truth. This is the first one. This is the truth.
This hits a little home.
Yeah, this is so the truth.
This is so the truth.
Sheep, here's the truth is, BHHcast really doesn't do much for you anyhow. Especially when you're talking to your priest or your coppers or the judge. Don't do it. Sheep!
Taka taka, it is time to bring it back together. We have with us a guest right now. This is a little bit of a special treat.
It
for
is.
Those of you in the flock. We are joined now by our first married guest to a former guest.
Yeah.
A little bit of an unusual circumstance. This is Allie Kulmer. Now, if you have been assiduously listening to all the episodes, you know that her husband, Mark, gave a great interview about an opportunity that he had one night, late night, knee-deep in the bourbons, at the Four Seasons Bar in Midtown Atlanta to swap shirts with Charles Barkley. But if you listen to that episode closely, you know it was not Mark's bravado that made that happen.
No.
The catalyst,
the hero,
was Allie.
That's right.
And why? Because Allie makes things happen. We have her now on the phone. Allie, welcome to the BHHcast.
Well, thanks, guys.
You know, Allie, you and I have a lot in common,
no,
right?
Because, I don't think you have anything in common.
You know, there's someone else who's always trying to take the glory, but, you know, it's we're the ones that are really doing all the work.
We're the wind beneath their wings, aren't we?
Exactly.
Allie, I want to get right to the heart of things. There are couples who sometimes make a list of celebrities that it would be okay that if you ever had the opportunity, it kind of be
swap shirts.
There'd be kind of be no consequences.
To swap shirts, yeah.
To swap shirts with a celebrity.
Okay.
My question is, was Charles Barkley on your list?
Oh God, yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Oh, see, now,
That's what I thought.
This brings a
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
element to the story. Yeah.
if Charles knew that, he would have come on the show tonight.
Charles knew that.
Yeah, we could have
He
gotten,
may not have known that.
if we told that to Charles' publicist, I'm sure we could have actually had Charles on the show.
I don't think that that's the case.
Yeah, maybe.
So we've heard the story from Mark, but we'd love to hear the story from you about that night, the swapping the shirt.
I kind of want to meet the girl that made Charles Barkley swap shirts with her husband.
Tell us that story. What's the moment at which you know, I've got Barkley in my sights, I think I can get his shirt off him?
Oh my God, you guys, this is like 8 years ago. So what happened? We were at the bar at the Four Seasons with the Haig Dog. Yeah, there was Charles Barkley. I know Mark gave you the whole rundown with Fishburne and the guy in the orange hat, the elusive man in the orange hat. Yeah, we were on our way out, and Charles was a little Chuck, got a little saucy with me, and it kind of opened the door to the shirt swap.
Sorry, I feel like Charles, when he talks about himself in sort of a sexy way, he probably refers to Little Chuck.
Yeah, I think he does too. And I also think the interesting thing is that I bet you when Charles tells this story, he remembers Allie a lot more than he remembers Mark. He's like, there's a picture of me with this guy, but there was somebody else who I seem to remember from the story.
Well, yeah. I mean, that was
Absolutely.
that's how it all happened, right?
That is how it happened.
I mean, we're the only ones telling the story.
Yeah. Allie, so one of the things we talked about with Mark too, and we're going to ask you 3 questions here. And but one of the things we talked about, Mark, was the experiences you've had with Isabella and Ava, and the experiences of living in very kind of following a ballet prodigy around the world to support her ballet and kind of keeping a family together and keeping their world a little bit realistic in a very strange environment. What can you tell us about that?
Let's get a little context for the sheep who maybe didn't hear Mark's interview.
Hey, sheep,
Who
if
is
you're
this?
not paying attention, you may be left behind.
Let's hear just a little bit about Isabella and what she's doing.
Tell us a little bit about your kids and then how that family dynamic has worked. Yeah.
Again, I don't know what Mark shared with you guys, but we've got 2 girls. Our older girl, Isabella, is a ballerina, an elite level ballerina is what she's referred to in the dance world. And since she was about 10 years old and was, I guess, kind of flagged as somebody with a great deal of potential and giftedness, and yeah, we've been going as a family where opportunity has presented itself for her, and just kind of created kind of an awesome life adventure around this path of hers. And I mean, with all of that said, we never ever push her, or this is her thing. I mean, we're constantly kind of trying to rein her in and help her to recognize, I mean, what this kind of life requires of her in terms of sacrifice, and physical sacrifice, and personal sacrifice, and at the end of the road. I mean, it's just an incredible amount of hard work for a little kid, but she just kind of leads this. She is driven, and we've chosen to, I don't know, just kind of make the best of this path that she's on, and all take it together. I'm really bad at this.
You're doing great. Actually, you should have heard Mark. Mark was terrible. You're crushing it compared to that guy.
I think we're going to edit your response into
Mark's.
Mark's.
We may actually just get rid of Mark's altogether at this point. So, Allie,
slow it down.
The family dynamics. So you've now lived to support this ballet habit or the ballet career of Isabella. You've lived in Paris and you've lived in Spain, and you originally from Utah, and you've lived in Los Angeles, and you're moving to New York in the future. How do you as a parent manage that and keep your kids at all grounded in a world that seems kind of ungrounded?
Yeah, I think that the 4 of us make every decision together. So, I think people assume that it's Isabella kind of driving all of this, but at the end of the day, I mean, I also have a second daughter, Ava, who's 11, and she's in on every decision. So nobody's feeling like they're being pulled along. I think the four of us are, kind of have wanderlust, and we love all the travels that we've experienced together. And so choose to keep this going. I mean, a lot of people who have a kid like Isabella, they send them off at 12 or 13 to one of these vocational schools and break up the family. And we decided we didn't want to do that, and that it worked for us. And with our business, obviously, that gives us the flexibility to be able to do this. But with the family dynamic, we also have that flexibility. So how do we keep everybody grounded? I think, our motto has become, home is where we all are. We're each other's home at this point. And I think the adventure has definitely dwarfed any kind of sense of sacrifice.
Right.
Again, I feel like I'm so bad at this.
No, that's great. So I've got a question for you. What kind of ballerina do you think Charles Barkley would be?
A big one.
A terrible one. Yeah.
He's pretty athletic. I think he would be entertaining at least.
It's a lot of, at least for the women, it's a lot of being on your toes. I don't think Charles is up for that. We were mentioning to Mark, though, that the lifestyle you've led, especially with Ava, one thing, and I've had the pleasure of knowing your family, you're in both of your married lives as well as the two girls' entire lives. And Ava always strikes me as amazing is her ability to assimilate into these different cultures and kind of find something fun and interesting to do in all these different places. We've also thought that that's kind of a great career path for a spy. So we're thinking that you've probably raised the ultimate CIA operative, because if there's one thing that kid can do is find a comfort anywhere.
Yeah, I think you're going to find out at some point that the opportunities that are arising for Isabella are actually being placed there because they need Ava to be in that city.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. Isabella's an okay ballet dancer. Don't get me wrong, but the CIA is definitely having a role in this because we need Agent Ava to be in New York.
So, okay.
I think you guys are spot on.
It's possible.
So, Allie, are you familiar with a meat and three restaurant? A restaurant where you get a meat and three vegetables, like a cafeteria style restaurant? Yeah,
essentially the menu is you can pick a chicken, a beef, or a seafood, and then there's like three vegetables to go along with it.
Well, sure, I am now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have a concept on this show where we ask everybody about their meat and three. So in your life, what is your meat? What's the overarching principle that sort of drives your life?
This is where we get a little heavy for you.
This does get heavy, right? Definitely family.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. So then what would be the three vegetables? What are three attributes that you would want people to
say about you? So when people talk about you, what's the three attributes you want them to be thinking about?
Did you see how beautiful that was? Adam completed my sentence.
Yeah, we're getting so close.
Yeah, you guys,
oh, man.
The eye contact's been amazing all night.
This is like season 3 magic.
I took off my glasses, though, so I can't really see you. But if I did, I bet our eye contact would have been phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm winking. Okay, I'm sorry. Three vegetables.
Your vegetables.
That's okay. My vegetables, my God. Three
Barkley.
things about me. Okay, so Barkley, okay, that goes without saying.
I meant to say broccoli. I meant to say broccoli. Did I say Barkley?
Yeah.
Barkley's
so what
the
are
gravy
the
on the
attributes
side.
that you want people to think
I
of
thought we
you?
were just tying it all together.
Yeah.
Okay, about me. Okay, so family's my meat. God, I don't know. I mean, unconditional love, right? And protection of my meat.
So you've got unconditional love and protection. Those are two good veggies. Give me a third one.
Okay, two good
people
veggies.
Think of Allie.
Third veggie.
I'm guessing confidence because the story I've heard of the Barkley story, I think displayed a hell of a lot of confidence asking for the picture with the orange.
What do you think about that as your third vegetable? Confidence.
Okay, I'll take it.
Because that's funny, because I would say, as someone who knows you, yeah, that's definitely your third vegetable. You have plenty of confidence, and you also are comfortable in almost any situation, which is always impressive.
So we have a lightning round that we're going to go through. We're going to ask you some even heavier questions.
This is terrifying.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're almost through it, though. You're doing great, kid.
But so these are going to be just heavy, deep questions that require a 30-minute answer. We're going to give you about 15 seconds.
Yeah, so it's heavy, deep questions, but it's lightning round, so it's short questions.
And would you prefer to go clockwise or counterclockwise?
Oh my God, I don't even know what that means.
I know that's the thing. You don't know what it means, but it really is one of these
Pick
big
one.
life decisions.
Do you want
prefer-
Adam to
do you prefer
participate
to
or
live
just
in the-
Jamie's?
No,
Yeah.
I definitely participate.
Do you want to live in the future, or would you rather work towards the past?
Let's go to the future.
Future.
Right? We need to do that.
All right, so we're going clockwise.
Indeed.
Okay.
Jamie begins.
Go ahead.
What is the most embarrassing story you can tell us about Adam?
No, again, that's not.
It's on
a
the
question.
card.
It
It was
doesn't say
random.
that.
That's
No.
so weird. I did buy it.
And again, Allison has plenty of embarrassing stories about me that that are in the
All right,
vault.
Here's the real question.
I know that's true. I haven't known Adam that long, and I have several embarrassing Adam stories.
Exactly. And imagine if you know me 10 times as long.
Lifelong friends.
All right, here's the real question. What do people say you can't do that you're sure you could if you really tried?
Oh my God, something I can't do. I mean, what can I do? I don't know.
No,
What's
hold on a
something-
second.
okay, so-
Others doubt your
Okay.
ability to do
Others
it.
doubt your ability to do it, but you know
can't
you can.
ice skate. I can.
I just don't.
Okay.
What's your one thing?
Yeah, bodybuilding, man.
Okay,
All
cool.
right.
That's a good
All
one.
right.
Describe your This is a great one. By the way, we don't know what these questions are either. These are pulled out of a fishbowl. But this is a great one. Describe your relationship with your father in one sentence.
Oh, I mean, best dad in the world.
Perfect.
Except for Mark, of course. And you, Haig.
Thank you.
What about us?
Oh no, she just.
Oh,
Yeah.
and,
No.
and the Jamies.
Ah,
and the
Oh,
Jamies.
they're
Thank
okay.
you.
to have.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Allie, I don't actually need that from you. I'm 100% okay in the way
Your
our
confidence,
relationship
the
is right
confidence.
now.
You
Yeah,
guys,
we're
Okay,
totally
okay.
fine.
you guys
We're
are
totally
getting
fine.
family style vegetables
Jamie's
over
so
there.
needy. The other
Yeah.
Jamie's so needy
Yeah.
though.
All right. What affirmation do you need to wire into your programming? What's the affirmation that keeps you going?
The affirmation, I mean, keep calm and carry on.
Perfect. Jamie. Other Jamie.
All right, what's a deal breaker for you in a relationship?
Ooh, dishonesty.
Dishonesty. Good. What big decision in your life felt scary at the time, but looking back may have been one of your best decisions?
Marrying Mark.
If you were given a year to live, what would you stop doing and what would you start?
This is your last one.
I think I would stop worrying and I would start, I don't know, just maybe living a little more deeply than we are right now with COVID, right?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Good ones.
All right. Have we asked any ballet questions?
We
Yes.
have to a little bit.
All right. Can I ask a ballet
Sure.
question? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
Allie,
want
you got time for
we've
one
talked to
more?
Mark and
Yeah,
Allie.
yeah.
Maybe
No, I wanna-
we need to get Isabella.
Oh, yeah. We got one of the. Anybody else at
Hey,
home?
Isabella. Let's go through all the questions.
Isabella.
Well,
All right. So you have a 16-year-old daughter who is
Yes.
extraordinarily good at ballet. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep.
So-
It's her thing.
As a parent, how much do you worry about her believing that her identity is primarily as a ballerina and not as a person?
Oh, a ton. I mean, that has been, I would say, what has driven Mark and I in our parenting of her. Because a lot of these kids who are at the top of their field, whether it's ballet or, sports or music, I think that exactly that can happen to them. And I think we've gone to great extent to remind her that she's not a ballet dancer. It's just something that she does, and that she is a young woman, and we take her education very seriously and encourage that. A lot of just balance. I think there are a lot of, dance parents out there who, are really truly living vicariously through their kids and pushing their kids in a way that's so unbelievably unhealthy. And I think we've actually done the opposite and really pulled back at the reins with her in order to protect, her childhood and a sense of balance and sleepovers and friends and normalcy. And she knows that, if she were to choose tomorrow to leave the ballet world and take another path, that we would be behind her 100%.
Is that what you guys meant when you said to me that I'm not a podcast host, and if I were to choose tomorrow?
no.
stop
We just said you don't. It's a thing you do, Jamie.
It's not
a
you.
thing you
It's
do.
You just shouldn't make it your identity.
We're just
Okay,
saying it's part of what you do.
All right,
You're
so-
a person outside of this.
So what I understand you to be saying, and I don't want to mischaracterize your words, but tomorrow, it's possible, if tomorrow was a weekend, it's possible that some parent is going to watch their child perform at the local Twinkle Toes recital. And there'll be a 4-year-old or a 5-year-old, and they'll have rehearsed, and they'll be in a uniform, an outfit, and a costume, and they'll be out on the stage. And that parent will watch that child, and they will feel all of the emotions that one experiences watching their child perform something that they love doing. Do you believe, with some of the amazing stages and some of the incredible venues that you've been able to watch your daughter perform in, do you feel that there's a qualitative difference in the parental emotion of watching your kid be happy on stage?
Absolutely not. In fact, when people have asked me what's your most memorable experience watching her dance, and she's danced all over the world on, Lincoln Center, some of the greatest stages in the world. And I would say one of my most memorable, would be when she was 11 and she was Clara in the Nutcracker at her local dance studio in Salt Lake City, on a stage at the University of Utah. But it was, definitely the moment that has stuck with me. Because her love for this and her passion for this, like every other kid up on that stage, was just on full display.
That's awesome.
Mendel, you got to stop coming with these A+ questions.
No, that was you're amazing. Yeah. Like, honestly, yeah. Because, by the way, podcasting is just part of what you do, even though you're amazing.
No, I'm just
Jamie,
a guy.
You're not good at it at all.
But,
yeah. But, yeah.
So we appreciate it. Good luck with raising both of the kids. Give some consideration to letting your other daughter compete in maybe some neighborhood skateboard competitions.
Parkour. You should see this kid do parkour.
She's a parkourist?
Yeah, she's nuts. She can do a backflip off of almost anything.
All right. Like her sister's ballet trophies?
Yeah, off her sister's ballet trophies all day long. All right, Allie, thanks a lot. Sheep.
Thanks, guys.
It's been a lot of fun. We had both the Kulmers on.
That was Allie Kulmer, spouse of Mark Kulmer, the famous Barkley Swap t-shirt couple.
Yeah, but in fact, Allie turns out to be the hero of the story.
Allie is and I hate to say this, most moms view themselves as the hero in the story.
Yeah, but
in
fact,
this case,
it's
turned
actually
out to be true. Yeah.
So sheep, head back into the meadow. Don't let that sheepdog nip your heels. Enjoy that beautiful spring coat that you're showing right now.
Taka taka.
Bye.